Every 2 years, we think of a theme for our convention. You know, one vision, one voice, strength through solidarity, bold vision, bright future, we're badass, we know it. Something to bring focus on the deliberations for the next few days. This year, we chose a united voice and a shared commitment. We thought the theme was appropriate based on what we were being faced. But that landscape changed about 60 days ago when, unfortunately for Justice Scalia, he assumed room temperature. And the Friedrichs decision went from a 5-4 vote against us to a 4-4 tie. The video that you've just seen is part of our messaging campaign that we're going to start telling a story to our members on why it's important to be a union member. The slogan of this convention is part of that story. Just because Friedrichs is gone, just because Reed DeMaio and the Pension Crusaders have stopped, doesn't mean that they're going away. There are other Friedrichs cases in the court system awaiting the appropriate Supreme Court justice, and that's part of the presidential dynamic that the General President was talking about. And yes, there'll be other pension fights coming forward. And there's always still a need to educate our members of why we must be united in voice, and our commitment must be shared. The outline of the program is provided by you in your registration materials. It will start later this spring. It's going to be an ongoing program, embedded into all of our messaging to our members, not just CPF level, but also toolkits for you at the local level to educate our members on why it's important. And we're not grabbing this message just out of thin air. We've had focus groups with our union leaders and with our younger members, and we've asked them the questions, what they thought about their union, what they thought about the fire service, what they thought about the job that we're doing as union leaders, and what they thought about their future. And I'm sure you're not shocked to know that social issues bled into those discussions. And the endorsement process and how we picked folks to support was quite a bit of the discussion from some of our members. But it was very clear to all of them that the union should not be involved in social issues. And as we sat and listened to our members talk to the moderator, the one thing that became strikingly clear is that our members are very knowledgeable. They know that there's a minefield out there. They're not sure where the mines are. They expect you and me and the General President to destroy all those mines for them so they can blissfully walk by and enjoy a fire service career. But you know and I know that scenario will not sustain itself. If you're not sure, take a look around. We're in Measure B country. When it came time to elect a mayor here in San Jose, Local 230's leadership asked the membership to come forward and help. They did not. Chuck Reed became mayor, and the rest is history. Our union program is designed to help our members fully understand what we all share as a commitment, and then when the bell goes off, we need their help. But let's also not forget the main thing. And the main thing is always the main thing. We are the State Council of the International Association of Firefighters, and we are charged with statewide politics and legislation. We're the first profession in California to get the right to organize. We have heart-lung hernia presumptions, firefighter Bill of Rights, the gold standard for cancer presumptions, and I could go down a whole list of our accomplishments. And it just didn't happen on its own. It happened because we were all focused on the main thing. We all had a commitment together. We didn't care who had what shoulder patch on. We didn't care what size local it was. We all came together because the main thing was the main thing. We were focused on getting the job done. And I can remember as local president being called to Sacramento with other local presidents from local government, walking the halls for a 2881 bill to try to overturn a governor's veto. Had nothing to do with our membership, had nothing to do with the other locals' membership, but it was important to do. Why? Because the brothers and sisters in 2881 needed that done. No questions asked. So we need to be able to focus on all coming together. I will tell you that we could stand by and, like with the U.S. Senate race and Kamala Harris, but we've actively taken a role in starting a super PAC. We've partnered with the International. Why? Because we want to get a candidate for the U.S. Senate that's going to help all firefighters, not just one or two. And we've got to prepare for the future. And we're going to be doing that today in this convention. We've got every frontline candidate running for governor coming to speak to this delegation. No other union is doing that. Everybody's focused on November. Well, I got to tell you, we're focused on 2018. Because when 2018 happens, it will set the stage for the next 10 years. Who we elect for governor more than likely will be reelected to 2026. So think about that for a second. Where are we going to be in 2026? Where's this international going to be? What fights are we going to have? So we've got John Chung, treasurer, coming. We've got the Lieutenant Governor, Gavin Newsom, coming. We've got former Speaker of the Assembly and Mayor of Los Angeles, Antonio Villaraigosa, coming. And we've got billionaire Tom Steyer all coming to talk to us about how they see the future of California. And our responsibility is to listen to what they have to say. And this executive board's responsibility is to come to you in 2 years in Los Angeles at the convention with an endorsed candidate. We have to play a major role in this governor's race upcoming, because if we don't, come 2026, we won't be knowing what the future holds in the next 10 years. I'll tell you one person that we're not going to be interviewing is Steve Wesley. Steve was the former controller of the state of California. He ran against Phil Angelides for governor, and obviously we didn't endorse him. But Steve Wesley also endorsed Chuck Reed for mayor. And if Steve Wesley is going to support a guy who's going to take pensions away, and Steve Wesley is going to support a guy who thinks parks are more important than fire stations, then there's no reason for us to have a discussion with Steve Wesley. He's never going to get our endorsement. These next few days, we're going to take a quick look back over the past 2 years. We're going to learn about what's planned. We're going to look onto the horizon. We're going to chart a course for the future, who will lead us, and where we will go. Brothers and sisters, these are dangerous times. But I will challenge you that every generation, like we talked with Jim Ferguson, has had its set of dangerous times. My local, the United Professional Firefighters of Contra Costa County, came together at the kitchen table at Station 6 in Concord when the folks, the brothers and sisters, realized that they were under attack, and they looked around that everyone else was under attack. They instinctively knew that survival meant that they had to come together, because only the strong survive. They knew the way, and we know it also. That's with a united voice and a shared commitment. So brothers and sisters, let us continue this journey by calling the 45th Biennial Convention to order.